It's Super Bowl Sunday, and today we're going to do Gridiron Genius by Michael Lombardi, which gets 5 stars. And whether you're a football fanatic or you know nothing about football, we can all learn something by drinking from the fountain of wisdom that is Michael Lombardi. This is the guy within football that you bring in to help coach and create an amazing winning team. And I'm gonna give you 3 things that I learned from it. I'm gonna go ahead and admit, I read this book in 2018 when I was at my friend Sulyn LaFontaine's home. Shout out gratitude to her boyfriend who lent it to me and her for making brunch and giving me time to read this thing. I just didn't like the books that I read today. If you wanna check those out, they're on Goodreads. But let's talk about this 5-star book that I still remember to this day. Now, the first thing has to do with this idea that culture beats strategy every day of the week. And I see people so focused on this in the business world. Here's the thing, he means something really specific about culture. He's talking about winning culture, friends, not just being nice to everybody, not this, that, and the other. We still gotta win. And that comes out clear in the 17 principles that you really wanna investigate and focus on very clearly in this book. Now, the second thing has to do with honesty about what you're bad at. And there are so many nuances to this that are relevant in 2020. We live in a society where people are really afraid to tell someone that they suck at something. But his point is, listen, everyone sucks at something and then they get amazing at it, but we don't get amazing if we pretend like we're brilliant and there's nowhere to go from there. We gotta own it and realize that we're gonna fix it, not ignore it, not pass it off to someone else, not pretend like it ain't a thing. Now, the last thing he talks about is effective motivation, and this one is clutch if you want to be a leader or a manager. Now, he's saying that everybody is a little bit different in how they're motivated, and if you're going to be a manager, you're going to have to learn different motivation styles. He admits the fact that there are some generational differences. The boomers are different from the Gen Xers are different from the millennials. But the point is, how do you get the best out of someone? How do you get them to where they need to go? Especially because most of what you're doing is telling them that they're not good at something and that they got to try to get better at it. I mean, it's such an interesting framework to think about it all. Speed reading stats, this book is 273 pages. I remember, Jonathan, you asked me, it took me about an hour and 10 minutes to read this thing. If you want to learn about speed reading, I've got a link in my bio that talks to it, as well as all the other places that you can find me. I want to thank everyone for liking, sharing, commenting. If you want to comment on your favorite team this Super Bowl, I want to hear it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.